Alright, time for the next installment of the Beginner's Guide series. Today we are playing Mordekaiser. Mordekaiser is very good for their just general beginner purposes. Very straightforward champion, extremely strong. So definitely something I'd recommend. Now, for the other beginner's guides, if you want to check all of them out, there is a playlist in the description which will have all of them in there. Especially if you're watching this like later on instead of when I upload this on a day, there will be a ton of them there. Because I upload a new one every single day. So be sure to subscribe for that as well if you haven't, so you don't miss any of those either. And yeah, let's get going here. Be against the Rengar, which is a bit of an issue, especially early on. I have to be careful. A champion is a menace for me to face when it comes to like early 1v1s and stuff, so definitely got to respect that a bit. I need to actually let the multi-tank a hit if I can, because his shield's going to replenish anyway, so it might as well save myself a hit. Starting out, you're going to start with Q here. I'm just going to kite this down. I'm not going to smite this one, because the HP was low enough to the point where it wasn't worth smiting. If my bot lane would have walked back faster or walked away faster, then yes, sure, but in this case, that wasn't necessary. Go. Perfect. Okay. My main goal here is just going to be a full clear, so yeah. Now for Mordekaiser's abilities, I mean, they're very straightforward, really. It's just going to be a matter of, yeah, well, this is, hits the ground. If you hit a target by itself, it does more damage. So, like, if you hit the Q on an AoE, sorry, it doesn't do that much damage. I mean, it does still good damage, but this isolation essentially will do the most damage. And then your W is just a shield. You can proc that shield early if you want to regenerate some HP if you want. And that's about that. Your E gives you, like, passive magic penetration, which means Mordekaiser is one of those champs that doesn't really need magic pen, like doesn't really need a void staff, stuff like that. It's kind of nice. And then your ult just gives you an insane 1v1 potential. That's all it really comes down to, basically. You just click that on somebody, you have like an advantage in the realm that you're gonna put them in, and then when you kill them, you gain a bit of their stats, so you can be more tanky. You want to start QW, so you can block a lot of the damage done by the jungle camps with your shield. You go QE, it's slightly faster clear speed wise, but it doesn't really, like, you don't really feel that, really. It's just, you're going to be way unhealthier, which is definitely a bad thing. So definitely don't want to be doing that. Gonna finish the clear here. Fiora is all the way shoved in. Mid lane is all the way shoved in as well. It seems that my team just has, like, priority in the wrong direction. Okay, Olaf with a solo kill. Rengar's definitely bot side. There is no doubt about that. That's nothing for me to do here. I'm just gonna quickly see if she runs at him, which she doesn't, so I'm gonna just back here, it's fine. Perfect time to recall for the blasting wand. Well, my Olaf kind of tried to fight her, apparently. That kind of sucks. If I knew this was gonna happen, I would have stayed, but that's like something you can't really predict. Oh, he's not running. Oh, wait, Rengar wasted a Z. I'm going. This Misfortune has to push out the wave. If Rengar... Like, the mistake Rengar's making right now is that she's not helping Misfortune push the wave out. Ah, that's kind of annoying. Oh, he also recalled there. Really? Wow, that clipped me. Lux's hitbox is absolutely disgusting, I'm not gonna lie. Crazy. Gonna help Tristana push the wave here. He can just lost it, everything, it's fine. This guy is crazy. Interesting. I got heavily slowed there. Interesting. Very interesting move from Fizz. I don't know what that was, but unfortunately, like, the Lux thing hit me, which is kind of sad, because I don't think it was gonna hit me. I thought I was gonna be able to walk past it, so I just kind of ghosted. So now ghost is now kind of a waste, but I guess. Use the shield to block damage here. You can easily regenerate your HP back. Now, after that bot lane gank, I have to prioritize, like, going for my camps again. Mordekaiser's, like, initial ganks really aren't that great, but the second you pick up, like, the first item, you realize your ganks are going to be absolutely insane. Or, like, getting ult, of course, also really helps. But those things will be very, very important for the gank potential. At that point, you're pretty much just guaranteed kills. Especially if they don't have, like, high mobility type of things. Silas actually has a lead here. He has more gold invested than this Fizz has. Plus, he has more experience by far. So, Fizz is actually kind of in a bad spot. Ooh, okay. Rengar going for the early dragon. That's going to cost him a lot. You might wonder, like, why? Well, he's going to fall behind extremely far in experience based on that. Because what I can do after this, I can just pressure him for his camps on top side. I can go for his red buff. I can go for his raptors. Especially now that he's going bot lane. He's going to lose a lot. This is like one of the things you have to realize. You have to punish people for things they do. But this Rengar right now just did dragon. He has Dirk. 38 CS. He is going for a bot gank as well, which my bot lane should hopefully not die to. He lost a lot now, because what I can do here is I can just go for his topside camps, and he is doomed. Because he's going to lose like 3 camps right now, and if he tries to fight me, he'll be level 5. I do have to keep in mind that Rengar ult is, or like Rengar W can cleanse my ultimate. So that is one thing to keep in mind. Yeah, he's going to lose like everything on topside here for that bot play. So he did get a dragon, but he lost 3 camps for it, basically. Punishing people like that is crucial. You have to do it. If you don't do it, you're trolling. So please try to keep that in mind. The question is, how fast does this guy recall? Because Olaf is not currently top lane, so going for this is a little bit risky. Clear this. Perfect. That thing went over the wall the other side. That's going to give my position away, probably. One of the raptors, or one of the Krugs split that way. Now, this also gives me a good opportunity to just take the Rift Herald now to trade for the dragon earlier. Because I think... It's time to mute this guy. Cool. Rengar ulting mid. Ooh, this is a bit of an issue, I think. Rengar has no ult now, so the question is going to be, am I going to get wrecked on this? Because I don't have smite. That's a bit of an issue. He comes in here with his smite and steals this from me. That would be very depressing. But I don't think he's going to check because he just did what he did. Whew, that's a close one, though. That is a serious advantage to me, however. So blue, my Krug should respawn soon as well, and I'm gonna just clear my top side, recall, and then we're just gonna go for that bot lane gank. We're gonna be extremely strong from this point forward. I need to go counter gank this potentially. That goes in here. I'm not gonna let her get her ults off. Because like what Fiora did there, right? I knew she was gonna ult the Olaf in that situation. I'm just not gonna allow it. I'm just gonna instantly ult her out of the fight as well once she presses ult on him at the same time. She won't be able to react W, and then he can't get any vital procs, so that will be free. Just gonna hard shove the turret down so we can get a ton of money out of this, which is gonna be essentially first turret, which is great. That's a lot of money split between me and Olaf. That's really good cash. Perfect. Very, very good. This entire thing basically transitioned out of the Rengar doing dragon and then sticking around for bot side place when I knew his top side was respawning. So he's actually in very deep trouble now. Let's go get that, and then we'll pick up the... I can have trouble finding it. This. Perfect. There we go. I have the free boots thing, so I can't buy boots here. It's fine. Doesn't really matter. Your main goal is to get this thing first. And all these extra things are just bonus building into the next item, of course. I can probably 2v1 them on bots. I do have to be a bit careful, because if I get luck snared into a misfortune ultimate, I'm dead. There are the boots. My best play here is to just wait for the bot lane to get back. Malphite will have his ultimate in 6 seconds, so we're just going to go for the play then. My priority will definitely be the gank here, because they are very far pushed up. They should be pretty free. Let's sweep. There's in fact a ward here. We're just going to have to run it in as quick as possible. Alright, that's at least 1 kill. Malphite with the flash ult coming in. That's good. That's good enough. I want to make sure I get the dragon in 20 seconds now. We have a man advantage, especially if this guy wins the fight on mid lane as well. I focused the guy that was literally unkillable. Yeah, by all means. Okay, this guy is going to be dead here. He can't run from me because my slow is way too ridiculous. Okay, well, that does help him quite a bit, I'm not going to lie. But now he loses his entire bot side for this. So I don't mind. I don't mind not getting the kill on him there, because right now I get that scuttle, which is obviously good, and I get his entire bot side. There's literally nothing he can do about it. If they try to fight me, like let's say Misfortune comes to show up, or Lux does, I just press ult on one of them and kill them just outright. Rengar gets punished more and more here. Just block that damage from the Lux. All I have to do, make sure that my Q kills this here. And we're just going to play aggressive. We don't have to worry about anything. Mordekaiser ultimate keeps us very safe. Rengar's 2 HP, so he can't fight me anyway. Let's go dragon. My smite's now back up, so now we're going to go look for the dragon. We check this bot side campsite. We've won top lane, basically. We're chilling. All we have to do is just prioritize the dragon. I'll use my shield again to block some of this damage. My priority will be the dragon here, because I will definitely get the objective first. And then we just fight. But like, team? Like, what is this? I don't know where the hell my Malphite just went. Like, I don't get it, but sure. Whatever. In that situation, like, I just had it covered, and like, I thought my Malphite was here. Like, he was like in the area here, and then he just... He dipped? I don't know what to say. He just left? I guess it is what it is, but it kind of sucks. Anyway. We are looking pretty good item-wise here. We're going to go for the tier 2 boots next. And I think I'm just going to go for the steel caps here, because that's going to be the most beneficial one against that team for sure. They do have a bit of CC, like Lux Snare, but apart from that, it's really not bad. So I'm not too worried about that. I don't think I had to die there. I think if the Malphite would have literally just been right next to me, I would never have died. But, out of my control, so I can't control that. You can like tilt about those things, but there's really nothing I can do about my teammate just abandoning me, you know. It is what it is. Right now my entire jungle is up and the Rift Herald's gonna respawn soon, so definitely one of my priorities will be to look for that. I might clear the mid wave here after this real quick, so I can just prevent him from getting in a bunch of turret damage. Perfect. This guy's gonna have to be careful. He doesn't have any wards. I'm gonna play for that Rift Herald spawning in like 19 seconds right now. The dragon's gonna be 3 minutes, so I'm gonna have some time. I'm just gonna clear my top side here. Make sure I keep up my jungle tempo, keep up the lead I have. And yeah, pressure with that. Olaf is just hard going for it. He's winning as well. Yeah, the classic Olaf lead, man. That's funny. That champ is ridiculously strong. It gets a lead, like, you are in trouble. You are very far behind in CS. Take the Rift Herald here. Objective is a priority. And then we walk into Rengar's top side, probably. I'm not gonna smite here because I don't have to. Rengar is not in the vicinity. If I didn't see Rengar on the map there, I would have pressed smite. But because he showed on the map, I was not gonna smite. It was not necessary. Saw a Lux ult, so I'm gonna cut her off on the backside here. You... Thank you. You step back towards me, you're dead. I don't know if I survived this, actually. I should prioritize the Lux, I think. Be bigger trouble. I have a Rylai slow, so she is basically dead as well. Yeah, there we go. No problem. Yeah, I'll just use the Herald to break this, I think. Not gonna really get a much better Herald out of this. The W just timed out, and that's where my Q hit. It's just like kind of knowing the timing. I kind of wasted the Herald bounce there, to be honest. It's okay, though. Get that cleared. I have to be careful here, because obviously I can't fight like 1v4 right now with my ult on cooldown. That's just not going to happen. So I will just take the dragon respawn as a sign that I have to back. 29. Let's get the steel caps here, and then we'll just build towards the Jack show here. Build as many things as I can. We're just sitting on Dark Seal for the stacks of it. It's just a very valuable item for any AP champ to have. This thing gives me like 40, 50 ability power right now. On 10 stacks, it gives like 55 with a bit of extra HP for like 350 gold. It's very good. You can see already, like, the lead I've gotten from the Ranger doing that early dragon while his camps were still up is really good. My team is kind of dying, though. I mean, this is what's gonna happen, like, right? We have a lead. My team decides that, okay, well, inting is the job right now, so that's what they're gonna do, you know? That's a lot of the cases that I've seen so far, where people just have a lead and they just run it down right before, like, the dragon spawns, for example. And that's how they're gonna lose. Kill the jungler real quick, and then we just follow this through. He's gonna dash the wall here, and I'm gonna be screwed. Yeah, there it is. Nothing I can do, sadly. Yeah, my ult position there wasn't good. So that's all me. This doesn't matter, we just block the shield. It's Fizz ult down. My ult was bad, though, on Fiora. I shouldn't have ulted her. I should have just went for, like, the Fizz, or sorry, not the Fizz, the Lux or the Misfortune. That would have been better. Walk through bushes here to have the increased move speed. Fizz E down. Get this. Pick up 2 flashes, apparently. Jesus Christ. I could be losing a dragon here if Rengar rushes it. He has a QSS to get rid of my ult. That's something that you would never see a Rengar player do. Apart from, like, I guess low elo like this will be. Because Rengar W cleanses Mordekaiser ultimate. So all he really has to do is get his W off, and he cleanses it. But he's scared that he's not going to get his W off or something. I don't know. Oh, well, you can't run because I have the slowing effect permanently going on you when we just pull you back in. This is why Rylai is so giga broken on Mordekaiser, because as you can see, like, he had no chance. Because as soon as I start slowing him, I also have the approach velocity, so he can't run. He literally does not have a chance to get away from me ever. Which is the most hilarious thing ever, because people are gonna keep, like, trying to run or whatever. You just get a bunch of free hits on them. We're chilling. So a recall is very necessary soon, because we got the Jock show here.
An ally has been slain.
Currently missed 1 dragon, obviously, but that dragon loss was very worth it. Because it lost Rengar the entire game, basically. If he did dragon, instantly recalled, went for his topside, he could have probably salvaged his early game a little bit more. Because I wouldn't have been able to take everything from him. But because he then decided to also go for the bot lane play, like while his camps were respawning, he instantly lost. I clear at least a half here, so I can go back here, and then I can come out of base, do these 3 camps, and then look for like a Baron play. Get the Jock show next. And we build for the Demonic afterwards. The build's very linear. You literally go Rylai's into Sunfire into tier 2 boots, which are either Mercs or Steel Caps, because you don't need magic penetration due to Mordekaiser E. Then you go for the Jock show after, then Demonic, and then Stoneplate, and you're done. But literally that. Every single game. Doesn't matter. Just do that every game and you're good. Very straightforward build path. Nothing to worry about. It does a lot of damage. It makes you unbelievably tanky, especially with the changes to Jaksho now being bonus percentage, which is actually even better because you're building a lot of tanky items. Like this gives 50. The items you'll build after this, like the stone plate, will give a lot. Eventually as well, like the late game, if you do get to that point, you just sell your boots for a force of nature because it gives a lot of movement speed to compensate for not having boots, and it makes you way tankier. I'm just gonna calmly do Baron. You can literally tank this forever. You don't have to worry about anything. It might take you a little bit, but with Mordekaiser passive and like Sunfire damage, even if you have Demonic as well, it's gonna go slightly faster, but this is very free. There we go, perfect. Now we're just gonna use all the bushes here to walk into this play as much as I can. We're just gonna press Ghost. We're just gonna cut him off. Rengar just used that. Okay, well, that's kind of annoying. I'm just gonna ult Misfortune here. This is fine. There's nowhere for her to go. If I get the good enough angle on it, she's dead. Got my Jaksho proc here as well, I believe. I don't like you. Like Lux is annoying, you know, with the Qs and stuff. Fizz is actually cleaning out. These Luxies, man. Jesus Christ. Let's just use that little bit of shield healing there. Probably a bit aggressive, but I think I'll be fine. Oh, I might not be fine. Okay, little bit too aggressive. I thought I was going to be tankier than I actually was there. The turret definitely did a lot of damage to me, I'm pretty sure. 800 damage from turret. I think I would have been fine if the Fiora didn't show up. Probably like this, a little bit of 300 damage there actually was pretty significant. I think I forced slightly too hard there. Like, I don't know, on one hand, kind of want to show that you don't really have to be too afraid to go in with Mordekaiser, because with, like, the Rylai's slow and your, like, W shield and all that, you'll generally be very tanky. So, you most of the time will be fine. Okay. If this would have sold for enough to get me the Demonic, I would have done the sale and, like, ditched this thing. Because I'm gonna ditch it next time anyway, and the Demonic spike right there on this recall would have been nice. The thing I don't like currently is that Tristana's taking all my camps, so I can't actually get enough money. I mean, I guess my top side 2 camps should be fine. Still have enough time for the dragon respawn, so the death really... I mean, it's obviously not ideal to give 1,000 gold away, but it's not that bad. If the dragon was respawning much sooner, I would never have gone for the dive, by the way. That's something to realize. Please, when you're going for such aggressive plays, always look at the objectives that it will be respawning. Like, if a dragon's gonna respawn soon, or if a baron's gonna respawn soon, make sure you do not go for the riskiest plays on the... Like, that was just a terrible choice. At that point, if the play fails, which in this case it did, well, I guess somewhat fails, you will also lose the objective. But right now, I only lose my life, which is not too bad. Like, as an overall trade. Like, I lose 1,000 gold, sure, because I was worth a lot of money. But, like, as a general trade, just losing your life instead of losing the objective as well is fine, if that makes sense. Currently 5 items for chilling. Fizz is top lane, which is a mistake, because now the dragon's literally uncontestable for them. Okay. Suppose. This guy's dead, I think. I'm gonna ult him, actually. Go slow on him. That's one guy down. Well, Fizz is stopped, so we don't have to worry about him. I'm just gonna kill the Lux there because she's out of position. And I'll make my priority the dragon right now. My team can chase whatever they want. But as long as I make sure I secure this objective real quick as a jungler, that's gonna be my move. Fizz is gonna come out of base. My team's gonna do whatever they want, and I'm just gonna get the dragon here. I think if I get like a, I guess fair situation where I'm not turret diving anybody, I can probably 1v5 them at this point. Check his bot side camps real quick. My team is slightly over pushing. I want to level up before I show. Getting level ups is very, very big. Like, it's a lot of value to get the level up. Wow, that Fizz went for it. Okay. Builds back up in 20. I'm just gonna ghost in. Lux just wasted her Q thing, so we're just gonna go for it. There's the flash. She's gonna get hooked back in, and she's dead. Good flank from the side on that one. All I really want to do is just pressure them here. Let's get myself healed up a little bit. Interesting. I want to prioritize turret here because this thing does a lot of damage. You're not going to survive this, buddies. It's not going to happen. Double kill. There we go. Good. We have tons of resistances here. Make sure I don't get hit by that. And then what? That jump that wave makes sense. Oh, you're not gonna die of that. Oh, come on. Lux, come here. There you go. Can't run now. No, the exhaust. Die, please. Thank you. I got the fist at 1 HP, man. What a lucky rat. That's too deep. This is way too aggressive. I need to back off. I'm out. I have a topside jungle to claim here. My stone plate should be up soon as well. Or sorry, up. I can buy it soon. 3,200. This thing sells for like 140, so I need a little bit more gold. I think I can't go for the Krugs. I think that would be too aggressive. So I'm just gonna take this and leave. Baron's gonna spawn soon, but I need to get the stone plate almost. I need 200 gold for stone plate. Stone plate's gonna make me unkillable, like literally unkillable. At that point, I will not be afraid of anything. I'm just gonna run it into them. Just give me 1 second, guys. Just 1 second. Wait. I just want to like make sure that my team doesn't go too stupidly aggressive. Okay, so now we have the stone plate. The only other thing we can do now is sell these boots for a force of nature. As you can see, we have tons of armor. Force of nature will balance out the armor and magic resist more. Plus, it's gonna also give me the movement speed to compensate. I do have the Rylai's. My team is starting it. They're maniacs, man. Holy moly. Walk it in. Get rid of this misfortune out of the fight real quick.
An enemy has been slain.
We have a very good angle on them right now.
Ally has been slain.
They're all dead. Perfect. I actually don't think we have the time to end. The best play is probably just Baron first. I genuinely don't think we can end. The death timers don't look good enough to end with the wave positioning. We have to kill an entire inhibitor, 2 turrets. I don't think we can end. Like, look at their death timers. We can't end yet. They're already basically up. Maybe if we skipped out on Baron, maybe, but like, I don't think it would have worked. Can't end yet. Why is the question? Oh, wow, really? You're actually asking that. Crazy. Really? This stinks. It stinks because I don't have my ultimate yet. I was like able to survive for a very, very long time there but I was just getting hacked in by tons of true damage. Like, the Fiora was the problem there. If that wasn't a Fiora with, like, the ult true damage... Like, look at this, man. This guy did, like... I got hit by, like, 2100 true damage. That's crazy. That's literally the only reason I died, is because I took that much true damage. If I had my ultimate, I could have avoided all of it. Because if, like, Fiora would have ulted me, I could have, like, ulted, like, Fizz or Misfortune or Lux or whatever. And just denied her entire ult cooldown, which then in turn would have meant that I literally would not have been able to die. But because I took like 2000 true damage from just Fiora damage, like there's not much I can do, right? Like it's yeah. It goes through my resistances, so the Jaksho is not very effective against it either. So I'm just in trouble against Fiora ult. Kind of is what it is. So we're picking up the this one in here. We're still like looking to get the Force of Nature to like compensate with these boots. So 770, I mean, I wouldn't have had enough gold. If I had enough gold, I wouldn't have bought the pot. I would have just done this. Wait, guys, please. Hold. Holy moly, they're not even waiting for me. They're just bursting dragon like maniacs. Dead. Perfect. Okay, there we go. Better. At least they didn't burst it down completely. Look at them, man. They just went for it. Sidestep the Lux. I did it. Good. She didn't hit Olaf, I guess, so I guess we're chilling. I just don't want to give the Misfortune the chance to walk into her own thing. Not even dead. I'm gonna just zone them here. All we have to do is push these turrets now. That guy's zoned. We'll get to the turrets. I think we're chilling. Yeah, we're good. There we go. That is it for Mordekaiser. If you guys have enjoyed this video, please make sure to hit the like button below. Helps me quite a bit. If you'd like to see more videos from me in the future, hit the subscribe button as well. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Alright, so for the endgame stats here as well, I ended up doing 37.7k damage, which is the most by a pretty solid margin at that. Wow. My Tristana did less than my Malfoy. That is impressive. True damage at 2700. Spicy. Yeah, Fiora true damage is painful, man. Damage to objectives at 62k here as well. Very, very solid. It should always be the highest stat if you are the jungler that's winning. If you are the winning jungler and you don't have this as the highest stat by like a margin and the enemy jungler has it, then either you came back from like an impossible game or you're just trolling. So that's definitely a very indicative stat to see what's up. Healing done, 6200. Damage taken at 43.1k. Very good. And then we have the self-mitigated damage on top of that at 63k as well. So it took like 100k damage. Very solid. Gold earned at 18.8, which is like 5k more than the rest of the game. Very good. For the runes, Conquer healed me for 1100, but obviously the adaptive damage is a big factor here. Triumph for 1700 HP, 500 gold. Last Stand for about 1200 damage, which is very relevant. And then Approach Velocity for a solid 2 minutes of speed up towards the targets. So yeah, that is it for Mordekaiser. And I'll see you guys tomorrow with another beginner series video. Bye.